Hey guys, I'm going to work on a layout today. Let me show you the pictures. Where are the pictures? I had them here somewhere. I'm working on these pictures here of my niece and my two nephews. And they're, let me turn this other light on. There we go. Oh, I don't know about that. There we go. Anyway, so they came over our house. These are pictures from July 2011, and they were over our house, and we built this big tent in our living room for them. And they all have sleeping bags here, so we put their sleeping bags underneath the tent, and then they slept all under there. And here they are underneath the tent. So I'm going to scrapbook these photos, and unfortunately, the Studio Calico kit for March, I've been trying to make my way through it. Unfortunately, they don't match the things. There are some parts of that kit that work with these photos, but I knew I had better embellishments and supplies and stuff in my stash, so I'm gonna move away from the Studio Calico kit for a bit and work on these photos with these things that I pulled out. So I have my red scraps here because the papers that I'm going to use have some red in them. So I have my red scraps, I have the photos, and then I have these three pieces of paper they're all from October Afternoon. So this one is from which one is this? This is Fly a Kite. This was a 2010 collection by October Afternoon, and it has this grid on that side, and that's the side I think I'm going to use. It has this floral on that side. This is from Sidewalks by October Afternoon. This is a 2011 collection, which has these songbirds on this side, and then this green pattern on that side. And then this is the collection that I wanted to use for these pictures. Unfortunately, I have one sheet of paper from that collection, which is okay because the good thing about October Afternoon is that all of their collections, their color schemes are pretty similar. So, but I only had one piece of paper from the Campfire collection, and this is Sleeping Bag. And the Campfire collection is also from 2010, so it has this like chevron on that side there. And then it has this plaid on this side, which is what I'm going to use. And then I have a bunch of different label stickers. So I have the Campfire stickers from October Afternoon. I have the Fly a Kite word stickers. So these are the word stickers from Campfire. These are the word stickers from Fly a Kite. And basically it's just this word camp right here, this little tab that says camp that I thought I would use. I have these basic gray stickers from the Serendipity and Shine On collection. And basically it's mostly just the alphabet that I was thinking of using here. I have this sticker set from Teresa Collins. This is Now and Then sticker sheet. And remember, this makes me smile. I like family and friends. There's some green here. There's some bugs. I don't know. I don't know when else I would use bugs. Why would you put bugs on a... Anyway. But then, and there's also this red... I won't use these together, obviously, because they don't match very well. But there is this red font down here in case the other one doesn't work. I have these cardstock stickers from Cosmo Cricket. This is the Odds and End collection. I like this idea of these luggage tabs here. And I also do like this Hello My Friend that's up there. Here's the label stickers from Campfire from October Afternoon. And then here are, what does Basic Ray call these? Canvas patches. And it's from the Hey Boy collection. And this one has like Happy Camper, Adventure, I Love Mother Nature, even though they're camping in the living room. Happy Camper, Campground. I don't camp. And this is going to make me sound like a complete snob, but my idea of camping is staying at the Best Western. Like, seriously, I don't camp. I'm not all for sleeping on the ground in a sleeping bag, even a blow-up mattress. No, no, no. I am not one with nature. I like my, human comforts. And so, and that's not saying anything bad about the Best Western. I don't want to offend anyone that stays there. The Best Western's a perfectly acceptable hotel, but my work, when I travel for work, they pay for a nicer, when I'm traveling on my own dime and I don't have points to cover my travel, we're staying at the cheapest place possible when I'm paying for it. But when work pays for it, I've gotten a bit spoiled and I stay at nicer hotels. So now my husband says your idea of camping is sleeping at the Best Western. So anyway, So if you're offended by what I said there, I'm very sorry. It's just a joke. Anyway, so I have these. These are the, what did I call these? Canvas patches. And then this one from Hey You from Basic Gray. Best Friends is here. So they call these just stickers from the Hey You collection. There's this Best Friends thing, this hello, 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 good day. There's a cool little arrow here, but it's orange, so it probably won't work. So that's where I'm starting. So I have lots of label stickers and canvas stickers and things like that. And then I have these 3 sheets of paper and these 2 photos. And that's where we're going to start. So thank you guys for watching. Hey guys, so I'm going to do the voiceover for this video again, because guess what happens when you do a voiceover with your microphone on mute? Yeah, anyway. So I started out with those 3 pieces of paper, and you saw me in the very beginning just kind of layer them out and see exactly what and how I wanted to layer them on top of each other. And I knew I wanted a square kind of in the middle to kind of balance where all of my embellishments and things were going to go. So I wanted to make a base, if you will, for the layout. So I just measured out the 2 pattern papers. I decided early on that that green pattern paper I would use for the background. And then to kind of break up the 2 patterns, I used that kind of ledger paper. It's kind of like a grid paper, if you will, there to kind of break up the green from the plaid, because they're very bold patterns. So I used that grid to kind of break those up, and then I decided that I wanted to pull in this red polka dot, and I wanted to layer both of my photos on that, but unfortunately, because this was a scrap, the photos didn't fit, so I cut off a good portion of that one photo, because I just wanted to show that the tent stretched across the entire living room, and you didn't need to see the rest of my living room. So I cut the top of that off, and now here I'm just layering those squares in the center of the paper here, because I knew that building up squares in the center of the layout is what I wanted. And then we'll bring in the rectangular elements when we talk about putting the photos down. And I got new lights, yay! There, my husband set them up last night, so hopefully that awful glare that's right there will be gone now. So then I took these Cosmo Cricut, they kind of look like luggage tags to me, and I'm going to put 3 of them along the right-hand side of these photos. I'm going to pop the one side up on dimensional adhesive, and I am, just going to layer them 1, 2, 3 up the side here. And I wasn't sure. I thought they would be holding places for maybe some embellishment or something. I wasn't sure at this point what I was going to put on them, but the colors matched really well with my papers. And as you can see there, I must have walked away and then came back, because I put the twine in. Look how fast I did that. No, I put the twine in those tags like I normally do. So that's actually some jute from American Crafts. So, and then I'm going to title this layout Base Camp, and I'm using these Basic Gray stickers, and sometimes I leave the center of the letters in there, but this time I decided to take them out. So that's what I'm working on there with my little paper piercer. And then I'm going to use the parentheses on either side just to take up a little bit more space and to emphasize the title a little bit. And you can see I also added that red tab at the top left hand corner and put the date in there of July 30th, 2011. So that brought that red from the lower right hand corner up into the upper left hand corner. So now I'm using this little tab here that says camp that came off that October afternoon sticker sheet, and I'm looking for some other things that I can add. That label there says it has that song lyric, hello mutter, hello fodder, that one. Here I am at Camp Granada, that kind of thing. And I will never use that anywhere else, so I thought, we'll just stick it on there. I find it hilarious. I'm using all these camping embellishments and they're in the living room, but So here I am using the foam adhesive, and I said on the voiceover the first time I did this that, only me and the foam adhesive, and actually got commented on when I uploaded this video the first time, which I thought was great. So yeah, I'm obsessive about the foam adhesive, so I actually have to go to Staples today and pick up some more. I'm actually going to get the big roll this time, and stop flirting around with this. Here I'm going to I'm going to layer a couple of labels and some of these canvas tickets from Basic Gray down here in this lower left-hand corner there to make my main embellishment cluster and to also give me a place to put the journaling. So I really wanted to use that diamond type embellishment there, but it never worked on the layout, so I'll have to save that for another day. And a lot of this layout really is just going through all of these sticker sheets and finding things that I wanted to add. So here's a little circular embellishment from that Basic Gray. It's got some arrows on it. And it brings in some more of the green. I don't do many green layouts, as you guys know, but and I was worried that this one looked a little Christmassy. And I'm not sure I ever got away from the Christmas, you know what I mean? But because it's very red and green, but I don't know. I guess it works. There's some blue in there too. I'm going through this flare, and I was lucky enough to have 2 packages of those KI Memory flare badges. So that I could use those green ones that are in there. And now I'm going through die cuts and transparencies and things like that to see what else to add to the layout. My computer just beeped at me. I don't know what that was about. So just going through all of these things, and I didn't cut anything out except when I forgot to turn the video camera back on when I edited this video, because it just takes some time to do that. And you guys know I haven't uploaded a video in like 3 weeks, so I really wanted to get this up. So, you know. So I'm just going through again, just going through these Basic Gray transparencies and die cuts to see what I can add to the layout. I thought I would use that Love You transparency there. It's not until later that I realized what I am going to do with those luggage tags. I thought that I would layer some labels and stuff. That little transparency down there says, look at this. And then that long one there will not stay there. I'll eventually move it. It says memories are for sharing. I'll eventually move that to the upper left-hand corner. I love that die cut right there that says playtime. I'm really going to have to find something to put on there. There's where I move that one up there. And I actually was quite happy with how this layout turned out, except for the fact that I'm doing a camping layout and it looks kind of like Christmas. But, you know, I think it works out okay. This little arrow transparency, it says, look at this. I'm going to put that down there. And I've been using my ATG for these transparencies, and actually when I go back and look at them, you can't really tell. Here is another one of those tabs. It says Adventures. So I have Adventures and Camp in those tabs on the left-hand side there. And then I really feel like I need something underneath that Adventures. I feel like there's a gap, a very unseemly gap right there that shows that red poking out. So I'm going to play around with a couple of options about what to put there. And now I think I'm going to pull those Teresa Collins. Yeah, see, I'm looking for a tab or something that I want to put in that space because that space is bothering me. And like, I don't have any like true design skills. I just know what I like. You know, I know what I like when I look at it. And so for me, that gap seems awkward. So I feel like it needs to be filled in. If I felt like it looked okay, I have no idea design-wise whether it needs to be filled in or not. But when I look at it, it looks awkward. So I make sure that I fill those kind of things in. So I added some, they're candy dots from Basic Gray that came in the February Studio Calico kit. So here, when I pulled out these Teresa Collins labels, I realized that I had these letter stickers at the bottom that were red, and they're far enough away from the red of the title that I didn't feel like the 2 different color reds were competing. And I used them just to spell out the kids' names on these labels. So it's like, you know, the luggage tag with their names on it or whatever. And I'm upset because could they not have named Mason something with 7 letters like they did the other 2 kids? Gabriel is Madison and Mason. They're their brother and sister, and then Gabe is my other brother's son. So here's a But I just I was like, man, if it would have filled up the whole label though. But you did see me. I put the S down in Mason first, so that I could make sure it was centered on both sides there, and then Madison and Gabriel took up the whole label with their 7 letters. I didn't use Gabe. We typically call him Gabe, but I didn't use that. I didn't use that name because I didn't feel like there was. I thought that it would be even, take up even less space than Mason's name does. So even though their names are not equal, I'm all about symmetry, but whatever. It doesn't work out. They never name those kids something that works with my scrapbooking. Anyway, so again, here it is. I'm looking at that space there between the label that says Our Big Adventure, that October Afternoon green outlined label there, and where those tabs that says Adventures is, there's a gap there, and it doesn't. Now, it bothers me. So you see the gap that's up in the upper right-hand corner underneath the title and things like that. That one, it looks fine to me. There's no need to fill that in. I'm not sure why this gap on the left-hand side is bothering me as much as it is, but I've totally felt like it needed something filled in there. So I just took 2 of these jelly bean soup labels. One says my favorite day, the other one says thankful for life's blessings. And here I am with that diamond shaped thing again, but it never fits. So I just put it away. I'll use it for something else. And about this time I'm still looking, but I think the final thing is I'm going to add the journaling. The journaling says one of the things the kids love to do most is camp out together on the living room floor or in the living room. And then I add the additional journaling that says there's only one problem with this. They never go to sleep. So they're up playing and carrying on, and we have to go in there several times. We're going to separate you if you don't go to sleep. But and there's the additional line of journaling there on that bottom part there. I was going to use red to do the journaling, but I thought it was just too much, so I went with green. And here I'm checking my work email because that's all important. I don't know why I didn't cut that out. And here's a final picture of the layout. And I said this yesterday when I did the voiceover for this layout that I never imagined ever that people would miss me on YouTube. So I'm very sorry that I let you guys worry. I was in Canada for what was supposed to be a 3-day trip and turned out to be over 2 weeks, and so I got stuck up there doing some work stuff and wasn't home to be in my scrap room. And that's one of the drawbacks of my job is that I don't come some nights I don't come home from work. I'm in a hotel room or something, and I tried to do digital scrapbooking, but I'm just terrible at it. So maybe with practice, but I don't know. So that's the finished layout. I thank you guys for sending me your comments and being concerned, and I will promise to try to be better about letting you know when I'm going out of town so you guys don't worry. And let me know if you have any questions about this or anything else, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.